Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Robbie. Tonight we have a unique specialty that I have talked with a few friends about here in the last couple of weeks, and I have been doubted. This is actually a really good meal. So what this involves, it's a very quick meal to make. It's delicious. It tastes just as good as anything you'll get at the store. So what we're going to be making tonight is ravioli in sauce. Now, I don't have time to stuff up raviolis and make them from flour. I do have time to go to the store and buy that $6 bag of ravioli, the little Bertolli raviolis, and they're pretty good. But I'm telling you, my raviolis I'm gonna make tonight are just as good, and they're a quarter of the cost. So let's go over our ingredients list real quick, and I will explain myself. So as you see here on the counter, we've got 2 cans of cheese ravioli. We also have our frozen sauce left over from the last time. Now don't be fooled, this was not a glass jar of Publix sauce. This was our can of Hunt's spaghetti sauce that we had left over from the last time we cooked. We also have a frying pan and a strainer. And as we go through the cooking process, I'm going to explain how we're going to use those to make this an amazing meal. But we're also going to complement this with a couple of slices of garlic bread. And all in all, this meal takes maybe 15 minutes, as long as it takes to warm up the sauce. The Chef Boyardee raviolis are extremely easy to handle. But let's go ahead and I'm gonna get started, and we'll come to you back here in just a second. Our first step is gonna be getting the sauce heated up. But since it's frozen, we're gonna have to unthaw it. So we'll see you back here in just a minute. So here's another problem that a lot of us have in the household. How do you unthaw something? We have just recently decided to unthaw our spaghetti sauce, and now we're ready to cook, but we're waiting for this block of frozen sauce to unthaw. So earlier this morning, I actually put this in the refrigerator, and I was hoping it would thaw out on its own. Well, it didn't, and now it's time to cook. So, pretty simple answer. You got 2 methods. For those of you that trust the microwave, you can put it in the microwave for a few minutes on low power and let it thaw out the microwave way. What I like to do, and it may take a few minutes longer, but I will spare you the details. You put said pan, said dish into the pot, ideally the pot that you're going to use to cook it in, and you turn on the heat. And we're pretty much thawing it out the natural way. We're just gonna let it cook in there in the jar that it's in. And once it's heated up enough, we'll just pour it into the thing. Now you don't want to use too high of heat, because again, it'll destroy the jar. But just nice low heat, and eventually you'll thaw out your thing. We'll come back in a few minutes and we'll see what we got. All right, so we're over here at the sink, and while our sauce is de-thawing, we are going to prepare our ravioli. Now this is a secret, a time-kept secret of me. I've never shared this with anybody, but it is quite effective at making a delicious ravioli. Now the problem with the canned ravioli is not so much the ravioli themselves, it's the sauce. It's oily, it's got a musty taste to it, it's disgusting. So what we're gonna do, we have the strainer, and we're gonna reverse the spaghetti process, or the ravioli process. We're gonna put our cans of canned ravioli into the strainer like so. We just pour them right in there. Get them all out of there. There we go. Nothing but sauce left in that one. We'll rinse that out and recycle it here in a minute. Now our second can, because 1 can really is just not enough to make a meal for someone like me, but It'd be a snack. Now we've gotten Hope's interest over here because she knows what's going down. She knows this is going to be delicious. So again, we clear out the can and we set it to the side to rinse later. Now with some slightly warm water, we're just gonna rinse these bad boys off. Get all that nasty sauce off of them. Kind of shuffle them around. It is okay. But like I said, the ravioli part is just fine. Now you don't want to break them open. You just kind of want to shuffle them. And once you get all the sauce off, I'll show you what we got. We've got some delicious looking raviolis. Now there's one more step, because the other problem with these raviolis is they aren't 100% cooked, and they've been sitting here in this gut for a while. So we kind of gotta freshen them up a little bit. So I'm gonna show you here in just a second the next part of the process of the ravioli, and that's gonna be over on the frying pan. Because what we're gonna do, we're gonna put a little bit of olive oil into a pan. We're gonna drop those in there and just kind of let them cook a little bit longer to dry them out just a hair, because they're kind of soggy looking right now. And it's not from the water, it's from that sauce. I don't know what kind of preservatives or what kind of stuff is in that sauce, but it is disgusting. So step 2 complete. Let's move over to the frying pan. All right, we're back again here at the stove. So we got our frying pan sitting here, and I'm gonna put just a bit of some olive oil into the pan, just a bit, and we're gonna let that get kind of hot. Now I've got this on a low heat. Kind of just want to spread that oil around, and yeah, we'll let the pan heat up a minute. We still got our sauce sitting here cooking. Let me get another sauce dish here so I can put the spoon there while we're cooking. Put that there over top, so we can continue to use that spoon without making a mess. That oil's getting kind of thin, which is good. Our sauce is thawing out right nicely. If we time this just right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Our sauce is just about thawed out. We'll let that pan heat up for just a second more. I was thinking about using something that I bought at the Knights of Columbus yard sale. So yeah, once or twice a year they have this yard sale. Look at these tongs I got. Guess how much I paid for those? 25 cents for a pair of tongs. The other cool accessory I got for the kitchen is this guy. I got a little shot glass. It was in the shot glass sections, but I think it was a misprint, because if you look closely, it's got ounces. We've got tablespoons. We got teaspoons. We got milliliters. You could cook in Europe with this thing. So now, I wish they had 2 of them. So I think our oil is just about ready. It's gotten pretty thin. It spreads around real nice. And I'm just gonna take the spoon. I want to get a good coating of oil all over the pan. And what we're gonna do next, we're gonna take our raviolis and we're gonna put them on in there. Oh yeah. And we'll put this back in the sink. Rinse it off real nice. Now, you know what I like to do when I have these raviolis sitting in here, cooking up a little bit more? We got to put some fresh ingredients on there, like some fresh oregano. We're just going to powder them over with a little fresh oregano. because that oil that we got them sitting in, it's going to cook a little bit more. Just kind of shuffle them around there. Let's cut that heat up just a hair more. And our sauce is just about de-thawed. Total de-thaw time so far has been about, I'll say 6 minutes. Not too bad at all. I am gonna get a spoon and we're just gonna poke down in there. And I can see it's melting, but I wanna make sure, I'm gonna gotta stir it a little bit to, you know, we're getting there, we're getting there. Keep them raviolis a-cooking. We might actually be better off with a spatula here in a minute because you want to cook both sides. And I have them spread out about as good as I can get them, as you can see, but there's still some that aren't quite touching the pan. I don't like it when it joins two together, but it's just part of the game. And let's flip them. Flip them. Flip some of these. Yes, yes, perfect. Looking very good. Now we got 3 things on there. I'm gonna cut that heat up just a hair more. Put the spatula on the bottom. And now we're just gonna wait a minute and let everything cook up a little bit. The ravioli's gonna take a few minutes and the sauce has still got a few minutes. So we'll see you back here in just a minute, but you just wanna watch that ravioli. And once it starts to not look so soggy, which you can kind of hear it starting to fry a little bit, which is what I'm looking for. I like to have it just a little bit brown, but not too much, not burnt. I'm gonna cut that heat down just a hair because I might have cut it up too much, got impatient. But you'll hear that sizzling, which is good. And then you just want to kind of keep shuffling it. And every once in a while, flip it. Probably every couple of minutes you want to flip it. And just keep an eye on it because you don't want to dry it out too much. But yep. I'm gonna go ahead and cut to a break and we'll see you guys here in just a minute. So I wanted to come back again so you can hear that sizzle. This is the sound that you'll want to hear from the ravioli just before it's getting ready. And again, it's cooking right nicely. It's starting to get a little bit darker in color. It's browning up. It looks a little drier. It's not spongy and gross. So again, these are starting to look pretty good. And I just kind of make sure they're shuffling in the pan. I'll move them around a little bit. And every couple of minutes, I'll flip them. We just want to keep moving them, make sure they don't stick and burn. And our sauce is just about thawed out, so I'm getting ready to pour that into the thing. And again, I'll say the total thaw time doing it this way was about 10 minutes. So if you're anti-microwave, which I do like to use the microwave for some things, but I feel like if you were to put a tomato in the microwave and cook it, it would wilt the tomato. It'd look horrible coming out. Tomato sauce is pretty much a tomato, so why would you nuke it? Like, I'll nuke water, I'll nuke scrambled eggs every once in a while because they're already going to be scrambled anyway. But that's another secret I'll show y'all one of these days. But yeah, anyway, our efforts have almost come to fruition, and we're pretty much a few minutes from eating. So again, we're just going to keep moving these raviolis around, cooking them a little bit more, and we're going to check our sauce and we'll be moving right along. So quick update, my de-thawing measures did work out perfectly, but I made one mistake. I actually grabbed the wrong sauce. This is the sauce that we made the other day, and it's completely frozen. And now my ravioli is about ready to be cooked. I'm sorry, about to be ready to be eaten, and I have a meatless sauce. So I don't know when I made that. I tasted it, and it doesn't taste bad, but we don't have any meat. So I am gonna thaw this out really quick, and I'm gonna make an exception to my rule, just because I don't want a meatless ravioli. It would definitely not taste right. So anyway, we're gonna take a break. I am gonna microwave this, add it to the sauce, heat up the sauce, mix it together, and then we'll be about ready to cook. So one thing you gotta know in the kitchen, everybody makes mistakes. And this is a mistake that we definitely have a fix for. So we're gonna microwave this and we'll be right back. All right, so our mistake has thrown off our timetables, but since we had a mistake, I'm gonna spruce up the meal. The garlic bread is going to become garlic cheese bread. So I'm gonna show you the quick way to make up for that. So we got our Pam, which you can see here, butter flavored Pam. We have some shredded mozzarella, and we have 2 slices of bread, as well as nope, not that one, not that one. Here we go. Our garlic powder. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set the oven to 350. We're gonna take we're gonna take the pan, shake it up a bit. We're gonna angle up the pan like this, and just like we're spray painting it, we're gonna go up and down it real quick and get a nice coating of Pam on there. Now we're gonna take the bread and drop it on there. Then we're gonna coat the top of the bread. That's also a shortcut on how to make grilled cheese sandwiches when you're in a pinch. We're gonna take a little bit of the garlic. We're gonna gently sprinkle it onto the bread. We're gonna take our cheese, pop it open, and we're just gonna sprinkle a little bit of that cheese onto there. Now this cheese is gonna spread, so you don't have to cake it on too much. I mean, there is a such thing as too much cheese. Kind of spread it around on there. There we go. So just kind of how you know the quantities I'm working with, we'll bring you over so you can see how much cheese I've got on that bread. And we're gonna do a little bit more garlic. And just one spray of Pam on the top. We'll wait till our oven is heated up, and we'll throw it in until golden brown and the cheese is melted. And we'll have another delicacy to add on to our Italian meal tonight. So we'll see you here in just a minute. All right, so it's time to bring out the bread and get ready to eat. Everything has come together right nicely. We're gonna bring out this bread, put it on the plate, and then we'll set the table and get ready to eat. Oh yeah. Mighty fine looking, mighty fine. Look at that cheese bread. It looks delicious. So let's just get another fork out because I don't wanna make a mess. So we're just gonna, oh yeah, nice and toasty. Nice and toasty. That's what it is, right? Toast. All right, so we'll put that on our pile of utensils. Look at that bread. Nice and perfect. Let's head over to the table and let's eat. Oh boy, we got a meal here. So here you can see our raviolis with sauce. A little bit darker than what you would normally see in the can. Sauce is looking good. It's hot, it's steaming. Now, I also took a little bit of that mozzarella cheese and put some Parmesan in there and just kind of mixed it up. So we're just gonna gently garnish our pasta with that. Oh yeah, looking sharp. I feel like we're at an Italian restaurant. I need what's it, the guy with the cheese cutter yeah, how much cheese? How much cheese? Lots of cheese. So don't that look pretty good? I think it does. And we got our bread, our garlic bread. Perfection. Look at the back of that bread. golden brown. The top is perfect. The flavor is amazing. And Hope wants some. Don't worry, Hope. I'll get you some in a minute. And a nice glass of unsweet tea. Perfect for clearing the palate. So let's get one of these delicious raviolis for our first taste. Now, you want to get a little bit of everything. You got to get some cheese, you got to get some beef. Very good, very good. My sauce is a little bit spicier than I remember it, but perfect. Very good. That's how you do it. Hope wants some. I guess we'll give her a little bit so she can try it out. I got a bad feeling about her getting greedy though. We'll just give her a little bit. Come here. Come here. You want you some? Come here. She knows better than to jump. That's good. There you go. Well, I'm going to eat up this meal, and we will see you all on the next episode of Cooking with Robbie. Thanks again for joining us.